Welcome back to PlayStation Corner. My name is Alex and today we're going to be taking a look at my favourite digital deals across the PlayStation stores covering the US, Canada, UK, EU and Australia. This video, it is sub $10 or your local currency, meaning it's going to be great for those budget gems and also highlighting new all-time lows. If you do want to spend some more cash though, remember to check out Tuesday's edition, which is any price goes. Without though luck, hit subscribe, join our PlayStation family, and let's get started. So first up today, a personal favourite and what I would consider a classic, the Hotline Miami collection. It's coming in with 75% off, and this is a steal for what is two extremely challenging top-down shooters with storylines that are kind of designed more to almost wash over you rather than simply point you in the right direction. They are absolutely surreal, but they do a great job in setting up this almost nightmarish neon world. Think here though, twin stick shooting and one hit kills and deaths, and you definitely get the idea. These for me, they became so popular, I think they absolutely just went behind simply being cult classics, which is very much where they started. If you do own the first or second entry already then, which this bundle brings together, know that you can pick up the first or second entry separately, also for 75% off each. Just don't go that route if you need both, it definitely works out to be more expensive. I will say as well here, the first entry, by far the best. Fight fans, Injustice 2 is back on sale, and I wanted to shout this one out because we haven't seen it on sale at this price point since back in June. Yes, it's for sure not that complete edition, but if you haven't picked the game up by this point, I'm pretty sure you're not too bothered by the extended roster and all that good stuff. It's a fantastic though 1v1 fighter that's presented in a 2.5D like style, and I just love the cast of DC legends, and this sequel, I gotta say, it improved in nearly every area. Throw in then fighter customization, local and online multiplayer, and a solid story to work through, and you just can't deny the price point at 75% off. Another huge deal now, but Doom, the 2016 release, and yeah, it's a masterpiece of the first person genre. Does Doom Eternal top it? I'm not too sure. It's definitely, in my opinion at least, too close to call, but this is the top dog of the kind of like think run and gun and watch your enemies explode genre. There's a lot of shooters out there, but few can stand up to the fiscal action on offer here, and then throw in the fact this now includes the free premium DLC packs, as well as a story mode, arcade mode and multiplayer online. This is another steal with 70% off. Just, I will say here, be prepared for some serious challenge. This one, it is not easy. Arcade race fans, a must own in my opinion, a game I love on my PlayStation and my Nintendo Switch, Horizon Chase Turbo. It's a true love letter to think Top Gear in gameplay and then Outrun in visual style. Fast paced, action packed stuff where the idea of sim, it's just kind of like thrown out the window, and yeah, you just need to basically go as fast as possible. This is just a great time, and especially when you factor in local multiplayer. Throw in then on top of this a typically late 80s, early 90s style soundtrack and that gorgeous visual style, and overall I just think this one chose its inspirations right, and today's price marks a new all-time low with 75% off. Neversong next, and this is a beautiful 2D side-scrolling adventure-like platformer. If you played the really fantastic Pinstripe, it's the same creator, and this one is essentially a remake of an older Flash title. This though marks the first ever sale and 40% off. I think those that like a good story that's left kind of up to interpretation, this is going to be for you. It starts simple enough, find your missing friend, but it quickly evolves with a nightmarish world of adults gone weird, so think almost zombies, and then think even comas. It's sadly a short game, but it will be difficult to be disappointed in what is an evening's worth of entertainment. Alright, so a quick one now, but visual novel fans, Alternate Jake Hunter, Daedalus, The Awakening of Golden Jazz. Fantastic way to spend very little cash with the current monster, 88% off. A story in a now long running series though, it's essentially an origin story and can be enjoyed with or without any prior knowledge. This was my starting point personally, but yeah, the story was just absolutely intriguing as you work out the fate of your grandfather and what led to his murder. What really separates this one though, it's got to be that unique art style and almost free rotation of the camera at locations. It leads to an experience that's a little bit more involved than simply, think like dialogue selection. It in some ways then even has similarities to the mighty Phoenix Wright, but I'd say in tone a lot more serious. My pickups then, before we do get to the final 3 games of the week, those are the big ones, but I'm going to be grabbing 2 this week. Never played them fully, so can't necessarily recommend them, but maybe you'll want to join me for the ride. First though, I'm grabbing a white day, a Labyrinth named School, and this, I'll put it out there now, it got average to, I'd say, okay scores, but it's something I've always wanted to try. It's a remaster of a game that was considered one of the scariest horror experiences at its time of release, and that was way back in 2001. The thing is, that release never did make it west. This marks the first translation, so it's absolutely time for me to check it out. And it's just one of those games I kept on meaning, to pick up, but 3 years later, after release, I'm finally giving it a shot. Then we get Strange Brigade. I didn't expect much of this at release, and surprisingly, it came out to what I've got to call really good reviews, but again, I just kind of missed it. It's a third-person action shooter, though the focus seems to be on, think waves of enemies over anything else, and you'll be travelling to ancient locations and battling the supernatural. Well, I'm sure it's a good time in single player, then the big focus it seems to be, think online multiplayer up to 4 players, but I just don't think you can go wrong at a discount of 85% off, or even 90% off if you're a PS Plus member. The final 3 games then of the week, and by far my favourites of the 3, it's got to be Yakuza Kiwami and Yakuza 6 The Song of Life. Kiwami, it is a remaster for those new to the series of the original game. It's by far your best starting point, as it's just a complete remake. It's also our introduction to our lead hero Kiryu and his challenging relationship with his Yakuza family. So basically here I think you'll start off in jail, and then you kind of come out and the world has very much changed. There's a whole lot of branching storylines here and all sorts of weirdness, but this, as I said, it's where it all began, and it's truly a stunning tribute for 70% off. Then on sale we get the more recent, or at least the final entry of our hero Kiryu, Yakuza 6 The Song of Life. I wouldn't necessarily start here, the entire series was obviously pretty much building up to this point, but the entire series is also pretty much on sale right now, so do check them out. But this is a fantastic entry for those that definitely have, some background knowledge, and the gameplay, the mechanics, it's the best you'll ever see of the series, as naturally through each entry they've improved one by one. Like all Yakuza entries though, don't just expect a great story here full of mystery, but a ton of side quests and craziness in this town to explore. Another great deal though here at 70% off. The final game of the week then, it's the masterpiece that is Horizon Zero Dawn Complete Edition. It's coming in with 50% off, it marks a new all-time low price, and you're getting a whole lot of game for your cash here. Hopefully we do see the sequel soon, but this Complete Edition, it should keep you busy for some time, given the fact we get the base game, the Frozen Wilds expansion, a digital art book, a PS4 dynamic theme, and then even bonus weapons, outfits, and resources. As a hunter though, you're going to be exploring a world full of mechanized creatures, and this is one of the best open world adventures on the PlayStation 4. If you don't have a PS5 just yet as well, but intend to upgrade, do know this one features save file transfers between consoles, so there's really no excuse to jump in right now. And that's it, another week down. Will you be adding any budget options to the library, or are these games maybe you already own? If so, and you can recommend them yourselves, let us know in the comments down below. With that then, do remember to check out Tuesday's edition and last Sunday's under $10 video, because most of those deals, they're still very much live, and you can build out an incredible catalogue of games right now for very little cash. Then hit subscribe, join the PlayStation family, and I'll see you all on the next video. Thanks everyone.